If Bigetron cannot actually start the fight, it's going to be very limited what Xiao will be able to do.
Yep, and the range of flowing side, it can be a little bit further in comparison to the usual mages. You can, once it's locked in, you can actually start to run away as a Lady Jun. So that's going to be very valuable for the side of Blacklist International here. You take a look at this first information sourcing by both sides in the mid lane.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our last game of today. Whoever that wins this match is going to take the victory, is going to take the 3 points, and it's going to put them back at the top of their group stage.
I mean, it had to be this way. Now, both sides will be using their sprite links here to get that extra shield value. And the wave clear is going to be a little bit faster for the side of Blacklist International as Genmith looks to support his cast in a 3v2 matchup to allow space for Lanfeng to get that Firehawk at the bottom.
Here, the 2v1 against the Bites, he has to be very careful. He does have over there to stay, but gotta be very careful. That 2 against 1 very early in this game could spell trouble for him.
I mean, he already did his job as well, right? So he actually stole away that camp. And right now, it's going to be a very slight advantage going to the side of BTR. We'll see if this is going to be having a compound interest for the side of Bigetron by Vitality. Because Champion 1 will get to push him out of lane. And this is where Joshi, potential gank incoming.
The Tiger Spirit is here.
Potential gank indeed. Look at that. Clean the wave, but look at that in the farm lane one more time. It is going to be F1 with that Sun Bin allowing the sustain that keeps Lanfeng alive.
Yeah, I like this composition by Golden Kite and Chance, right? They're just playing so well as a duo as well. They're actually out-damaging Lanfeng. If not for F1 on this Sun Bin, they would have lost this lane really early on.
Oh, wow. What are we doing right now? He comes in with half of his HP, procs his ulti, so the stun is not going to be there for too long time.
At this point, it's really poke and prod by both teams. They don't really have the damage to be able to take the first blood into their hands. And bear in mind, this is a scary situation. Bao did commit the flash, hoping to be able to exchange it or get the trade from someone on the side of Blacklist International. Did not get that situation to happen. So this 4-minute mark is a little bit concerning for the side of Bigetron by Vitality.
It is gonna be very tight, right? Like he will get his flash and his ulti back by the 4-minute mark, but then everything is gonna have to be timed very properly. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that the city key for today is gonna be Sunblaze. Sunblaze is one of our first city keys for you to go back in game and just to log in and get all those freebies. The second one is gonna be Flare Up. Flare Up is going to be our second city key. Thank you very much for all of you who has been supporting us today in a day 2 of our KSI4.
Lovely support. We want to reward you with all the EXP as well. Now, reward it is, but this time it's going into the hands of Blacklist International because they have successfully traded Chaz's ultimate for Lanfeng's flash. That is a much different cooldown timer for the side of Lanfeng.
There's good news for Blacklist completely. Look at that one more time. Bao getting so much trouble. Dragon has been pretty focused on coming in and trying to make the 2 against 1. It's going to be a 3v1. The ulti is going to be wide. Bao is still sustaining. He's still taking in some more damage, but the first blood is going to go for Joshi.
Yep, that's huge. Mazaki as well. Genmith, they're here to finish the job. Joshi gets taken down. Here comes a replacement as well. Chaz looking for an opening. Unable to find the final hit of his Tremor Smash, but Genmith still takes a fall. In the meantime, they do get a trade in the form of Dragon in the mid. So this is just kills galore, and right now, it's a even trade. Nobody gets the better in terms of finances for the time being. But Lanfeng has started this first 4-minute Tyrant, and it should go into the hands of Zhang Q.
It should go into the hands of Tranquil. Robert Red Joshi is still pretty far away, so he cannot actually come and contest it. That first advantage is going to go for BTR. Let's wait and see what they can do with it. The rotations here for the farm lane. One more time. It's already the 4 minutes, so they can start actually chipping out of that HP from the turret.
Important here. And we'll see what this goal difference is going to be like. Right now, it's pretty much neck and neck, right? But in terms of individual goal leads, I don't see much difference except for maybe the clash lane. Champion still ahead of Bao by just that little bit of gold. 700 sets them apart.
Well, right now, that 700 gold is going to come down to just the Byron fight that he won and Bao's just losing over there in the 1v3 gang, right? That's what creates that little window of an opportunity and creates a little bit of that gap. It is not that big a gap and it is not that critical at this stage. We're very early into the game yet, as we know that both of those heroes are actually pretty late.
Yeah, but right now, Blacklist International, I think they found a little bit more success. They've gotten the T1 at the top. Right now, Lanfeng is trying to get the trade. Should be able to do it unless Golden Kite has something else to say. That is going to be the case. And the TP coming down from Zhang Q. This is looking like they want to invade the jungle of Blacklist International.
They have the eyes, they have the timer. It's going to be 7 seconds for that Crimson Golem to spawn. And it's gonna be Joshi, the one that is running back home, trying to come and protect his Crimson Golem. Will he be able to come here on time?
They're locking him away. Joshi, though, makes himself home in the jungle of the side of Bigetron by Vitality. Right now, Chaz does secure that Crimson buff into his own hands. While it did not go into his jungler, it's better to have it on a team rather than giving it to the side of BTR.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's better. If you need to cut your losses, at least just give it to one of your team members. That is going to have some effect right over here, since Josh really would love to have that Crimson Golem for himself. But well, if it doesn't go to Golden Kite, it is good for BTR as well.
Okay, I want you guys to take a notice in the difference of the roam items here. So we're gonna have Guardian going in for the side of Chaz. He feels the team needs more physical and magical defense. But meanwhile, F1 actually going for the Crimson Reaper here. They want to have the additional movement speed. And here we go, BTR attempting the steal, not gonna be successful. Is there a team fight to follow? No, they will not be. BTR, they just need to stop the movement of Blacklist International because they're trying to get the split push at the bottom.
They want to try to split push. Yukio Tachibana might not be able to get that going on at the same time. But you can see that BTR has a very clear idea. The movement from left to right is kind of creating chaos in the tempo from Blacklist International.
Oh, nice flash. And Lanfeng will be caught out. Will they finish his job here with the Tremor Smash? Chaz finishes the job, gets 2 more members in the form of Genmyth. But here is the answer from the side of BTR. The Baici by Bao is going to be successful in getting down Chaz, but it's a roam for a farm lane. This is beneficial for Blacklist. Oh, hang on, Dragon gets caught out as well. Bigetron, they now have a 2-to-1 trade. Golden Kite is still alive. Until they get his life, it is still in positive effect of Blacklist unless they get this Crimson.
Well, that is actually pretty good. I would say actually that I like this trade for BTR. The fact that Lanfeng is falling, well, that is painful. But trade that for 2 kills and a Crimson Golem, and I'm gonna say that it was actually a pretty good trade for BTR in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, both roamers actually have gone for the Radiance, just a different component as their base for the Radiance. Let's see if this is going to be a big difference maker here. F1 using the Time Flux to maximum effect here.
That Time Flux is gonna be more and more fundamental. It's gonna be more and more critical as time passes, right? We've already seen it in previous games, how important that Sun Bin's second ability has become as the time passes in the game.
Yes, it is important because it makes Bao much stronger than he currently already is, right? The longer Bao stays in the fight, the more damage he does. He gets more sustain as well. And Bao is someone, as a Baici, you cannot ignore.
Well, exactly. That Baici cannot be ignored in any way. Already level 10. I would love to just keep an eye on his itemization because we know that he's just going to be such a tanky hero. It can just stand in front of anyone from BLCK.
Champion 1 takes quite a big bunch of damage here. This is going to be BTR looking for an opening. They want to put pressure here. Hopefully get the setup. Nice jump by Bao. Can they finish the job here? It is going to be Champion 1 taken down. But here comes a response by Dragon. Beautiful ultimate coming in from the side of F1. This is why the Sun Bin is picked, because he gets the silence. He gives the health rebate. And Bigetron are reaping the rewards of this current decision right now.
F1 taking the spotlight real quick. He decides that he wants to take a little bit more of a critical role in this whole script. Now the Canyons come in and the turret in the mid lane, it's going to fall. They're trying to defend it. It is going to be very difficult for them.
Zakiu's falling a little bit low. Bao jumps in. Perfect catch on the 3. Where's the damage coming in? Nanfeng will finish the job for the team. Another kill. Golden Kite has been called out for the first time in this game. And even with the itemization being bought, Eternity played. What good is that if you're dead? 2 members down for Blacklist International and BTR. Their timing cannot be even more beautiful. This is right smack at the 10-minute mark. Shadow Tyrant going into the hands of BTR. Joshi, he knows he needs to make this count. He has to get the trade now. And BTR, I don't think they know what's going on. Hang on, Genmith is close to the corner. Are they going to stop this? Oh, this is not going to be stolen. But Joshi needs to stay alive. I don't think he will be able to. Genmith will get that attempt going, but Joshi makes it out.
He makes it into his tiger form and he's able to make it out of there. What's the dominant movement? Just very determined by Joshi, right? Like he comes in, he makes a decision. He knows that he cannot contest the Tyrant, that he goes immediately for the Overload. That immediate trade, that decision making in those split seconds is why Joshi is so respected here in HOK.
Yep. It's one of those things that define your success rate in Honor of Kings, right? Especially in the pro scene. You have to make that call here, and it is going to be stolen by the side. This Crimson Golem going to the hands of Zhang-Q. Beautiful steal. This puts Blacklist in a pretty vulnerable position. They do have the Tyrant buff on the side of Bigetron by Vitality. One wrong positioning from the side of Blacklist, it could spell T3s on the menu.
Look at this. Right now, it's going to be the T2 turret that's going to fall. What is Joshi doing right over there? He's waiting for a very big flank.
Oh! Yeah, big catch though. Chammy 1 has been called out. And once again, this is not going to be ideal. BTR, Bigetron, they know what's at stake here. They see that movement by Joshi. They will make that move to defend the T3 at the top. At the same time, they will not be able to catch Joshi out just yet. But BTR, all of that aggression has to stop. They need to defend their base.
I can already see a very clear plan here from Blacklist. They're going to just stop playing the fights and they just try to go for the back door. We have seen it in the past with the pay, and it just smells like Joshi is gonna try just to wear the hero cape and then just try to go for the back door for the top win.
No, it doesn't matter what hero it is, right? Joshi has taken so many different heroes, especially in the assassin jungle position, and gotten the back doors of his life. So now, Blacklist International fans, they want this to be the case. Even if you don't win the team fights, get the crystal. That is the whole point of the game anyway.
3,000 gold advantage right now for BTR as we're getting into the 13-minute mark. They've got control of the lanes. It's going to be very difficult right now for Joshi to try to win one more time that same opportunity. As right now, I can imagine the BTR is pretty aware of what his plan is.
Yeah, look, they are trying to pull the same strat as well. Zhang-Q's waiting at the sidelines here. Actually, if he catches eyes onto Golden Kite here, especially with that final kill, they don't have enough damage to make the defense on the side of Blacklist International. Now they will try. T3 on the top is going to be chunked down quite a bit. It's going to be taken as well. At the same time, Zhang-Q seems to have taken the T3 at the bottom. So Bigetron, they make the plays, they pull them apart, and Blacklist now have the face, the wrath of Bigetron, with the help of the Mega Minions.
In the moment that we actually thought that it was going to be Joshi trying to go in for the backdoor, it was actually BTR responding, taking
Bao!
2 of them. Bao comes in,
gets the catch though.
He's going to make it.
Huge catch, huge knockup from the side of Chaz, but where's the follow-up damage? Bao's the only one that's really truly low. F1 with the save on the time flux as well. And even with all of the attempt, flashes used, Blacklist cannot find the opening they were hoping for.
Well, Bao jumps in a very good fashion. The problem is that he jumps in so deep that there's no one in there that can actually follow with him. That was the actual problem of that move in there.
And the biggest thing now is that it's going to take a bit of time But BTR, I think, are in better fighting shape in comparison to Blacklist, simply because they have the time flux. They're looking for that take. Tyrant is down. They have the fighting prowess as well. Zhang Q is left alone on the backlines. Joshi 1v1. He tries to chase him down, but Sage's Sanctuary, Zhang Q, they have turned the tides. It's a killing spree for the side of Lanfeng. And with that Blacklist International, it is going to be a 4v5 situation. Bigetron, they can see the future in sight. They have two big waves, one in the top, one at the bottom.
Minions are coming in. This might be the last push of the day. We can see them already coming into the high ground, Ken.
Yep, it is going to be Zhang Q. He still stays alive. The crystal is open for the taking, but they want to take the fight. Champion may have saved the game for them. No, he cannot. BTR, this is IKL's day, and welcome to the winner's circle for day number 2.
Bigetron by Vitality takes 2 victories in 2 games. Congratulations to the IK